When I first met Michael, he came to me with 2 prop firm challenges that were currently losing at -4.8 and -8%. He joined my community, and then within months, his account went from losing money to passing phase 1 in both accounts. And today, the first account has passed phase 2, achieving the target of 5%, and the other one is currently up at 3.5%. And now Michael is a funded trader for the very first time. Hi traders, if we haven't met, I'm Lisa, an ex-programmer and data scientist now turned algorithmic trader. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact process Michael followed to go from losing money to getting funded using strategy Quant X. So back in second year of university, my class and I had a project to create a simple website that sold things. The 20 other students in the class and we rushed home because we only had a couple of days to build this website. I was young at the time and I didn't want to spend my time working on the project. I wanted to go out and party. So I only spent 4 hours coding up the project. Everyone else spent the full 2 days and late into the night working on it. I was out drinking and partying. And fast forward to the assessment day, the lecturer was going to mark our project publicly. So he went one by one around the classroom while everyone watched. When he came to my desk, he laughed out loud. Now, this lecturer hated me. He stood up and said, "Hey everyone, if you ever want to see the worst website design ever, take a look at Lisa's." And I have to admit, it was awful. It was the worst website I have ever seen. I was using Times New Roman on a white background with simple black text. But the thing is, I didn't care. Why? Because I looked at the marks required to pass. And having a beautiful website was only 10% of the marks required. The other marks were awarded to having nice code, comments. The coding part was only a few hours of work. The pretty website design could take days and days of effort. So I made a conscious decision to ignore 10% of the marks and concentrate on what matters with the least amount of effort. Out of the 20 people in the class, one person got an A+, 100%. They had a beautiful website, beautiful code, but they had spent days and days staying up late to get the A+. Whereas me, I just got an A, 90%, and I only spent 4 hours working on this project. Everyone else in the class, they got B's and C's because everyone else concentrated on the wrong part. Everyone concentrated on how beautiful the website is, but their code was horrible. Their code was not readable. Even though they had spent all this time, all this effort, they still got a B and a C. That is the exact same approach I take with my algorithmic trading. I am not aiming to be the best of the best in the world. I don't want to spend millions and millions of dollars hiring a team, building a hedge fund, and building a huge data center next to the broker server. What's more important for me is being good enough, making profits in the market with the least amount of effort. My infrastructure is simple. I have a couple of VPSs located close to my New York brokers, and I have a few MetaTrader terminals running on each VPS, and at home I have 2 dedicated PCs. My first PC is my trading PC, and that will generate strategies for me fully automatically using my workflow that I've built. And this is what the workflow looks like. You've got build, multiple testing rounds, portfolio construction, and then finally going live. And I let strategy Quant build and test for me. The software does all the hard work. You see, most other people who trade, they concentrate on building a strategy. They put all the efforts in the smallest part of the entire process. Just like my classmates. Everyone stayed up late trying to make their website look pretty, but this is just 20% of the entire process. What I do instead is I concentrate on making the workflow better. And this is where my second PC comes into play. My second PC is my experiment PC, and it runs all the time. And each experiment is not small. Currently, I'm running a multi-time frame experiment, which would take about a month and a half, but usually my experiments take up between 2 and 4 months. When I find new settings that work across multiple timeframes, multiple assets, I update my workflow. So every few months, my workflow gets a tiny improvement. It could be a simple filter like profit factor above 2. It could be removing certain underperforming indicators. And these tiny improvements, they slowly add up over time, and the workflow gets better and better every single year. And the best thing is, all this happens in the background while I go and enjoy life. Nowadays, I'm older, so I'm not going around drinking and dancing and partying anymore. I'm out riding my bike with my kids. It doesn't mean I'm lazy. It doesn't mean I'm not trying to be a better trader. And it doesn't mean I'm not effective. What I'm doing is I'm using the tools to make the biggest impact to my trading. I work on tasks that will have the highest leverage to my overall profits and losses. And if we go back to Michael's post, which he shared in the community, he mentioned starting off at -8% and -4%. And then he finally went and passed phase 1, which was actually an achievement of 12% and 15% because he started off in the negative. And then currently he's at funded on one account and 3.5 in the other account. But notice his final line. He says, "It would not have been possible without the workflow." He's not thanking me. He's not thanking the hours and hours of work he spent. He's thanking the workflow. Because Michael doesn't want to spend hours and hours every single day staring at a screen. He's out there enjoying his life as well. And the workflow does all the heavy lifting. It does the build using small data for in-sample, big data for out-of-sample. It uses Monte Carlo testing and a whole bunch of other robustness tests. And each setting in the workflow is based on the results of my experiments. I didn't make these settings up. I tested them and found the ones that actually work and put them into the workflow. So watch this video next where I show you the different parts of the workflow and why they matter.